Yeah, I said niggas pop shit all the time.
Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing something different. I'm going to be doing a little video on, well, it won't be little. It'll probably be 2 or 3 parts. One for cleaning, one for disassembly, and one for assembly of my Russian SKS. So I'm going to start off by saying welcome. This is a bit of a different type of video. I shot this yesterday. I just reviewed the footage. I didn't like it, so I'm reshooting it today. Changing up a little things, but for the most part, staying the exact same. So first, I'm going to just go over my basic tools and what I use to clean my gun and disassemble it. So I'm going to jump right in. First, I always carry in my bag, I always carry a couple different types of screwdrivers. Mostly I just use one type, and I have 2 flatheads here and a Robertson. I always just use the Robertson because it gives the most even pressure at the tip. So I use this. I'll just put these aside. We don't need these today. And then I always have some type of mat or a bandana or something to put my dirty parts on. Like I said before, I did this yesterday, so this gun has been cleaned probably 2 or 3 times in the last 2 days. So this gun is very clean, very oiled. But I'm going to go over everything today, and you will see exactly how to do it. Alright, so I have my screwdriver, bandana. I have my lock, or my keys for my locks. I always keep a rag just so my hands stay clean. I just wipe them off. And a microfiber cloth just to wipe the gun down at the end. And then obviously you guys can see this is the main part. I have a Hops universal gun cleaning kit. So in this I have patches, this will absorb the solvent, which is right here. The lubrication, I don't usually put on the patches. I do it at one point, you will see that. And I have a 3-piece rod, 3 pieces, another piece here. I only need 2 today because that's just how long my barrel is. I've done it before, so I know. And then last but not least, I have a box with rod and accessories. And that's about it as far as what's in this kit. Oh, one last thing. In the bottom here, I have a silicone cleaning cloth, which we will go over in the end what this is used for. As well, a how-to guide on exactly how to use all this stuff. And it is very helpful. This is what I read. It taught me everything I need to know. And this video is not sponsored by Hops. If they want to sponsor me, they're more than welcome to. Hops, if you're watching this, shout out to you guys. And that's it. So right now, I'm just going to put these aside. Don't need these yet. So right now, I'm going to basically just go over how I keep my gun when I store it. I always keep it in a polyester gun sock. It keeps the humidity down in the gun, so it prevents corrosion and just it's a good thing to have. It's about 15-20 bucks in Cabela's. Alright, I'm back. I had to change my shirt because I realized my shirt is probably too dark for you guys to really see contrast between the parts and me, so switched it out. Alright, next we are going to start by, like I said, making sure this gun is safe. I'm first off, as you can tell, I have my trigger lock on there. So I always keep my trigger lock on. I always keep the breech open in the gun, and I will usually, when I'm out shooting, I will keep the magazine open, just because you will be able to see right through if there's any bullets in there. It's just foolproof. So there's that, and that will also, keeping your breech open, it will allow you to see in your barrel to see if there's a shell in there or anything that's been jammed, and that's about it. So we'll start off, we will remove this trigger lock. We don't need that on here because we need to, oh, she's loose apparently. We need to access the safety, so that's a necessity. So we'll stick that, put that aside. Alright, so safety right now is on. Turn it off is down, like that. And up. I'm going to keep it on, the safety on. I can't go wrong with that. Next, I'm going to, that's your safety, your gun right there. So next I'm going to take the sling off and start the disassembly of the gun. So first, again, this is a 1956 Russian SKS. You can follow along exactly how to, exactly all my instructional videos on this. So again, we'll take the spring off, or sorry, not the spring, the sling off. We only need to take the end off of the barrel because this end is attached to the gun stock itself, which we will be removing in a couple steps from now. Alright, so that's been taken off. You will now be removing the gas chamber in the gun. So to do that, very straightforward. There is a little lever right on the tip of the, right in front of the, right at the beginning of, or the front of the rear sight. There is a lever with a track you will see. And you want to push that all the way to the top of the gun. And when that is done, it will allow you to remove the gas chamber. And in my gas chamber, I don't have the piston in here because yesterday I misplaced it and I never got to put it back in, but I'll go over that in a minute. I believe it's in my case here, I'll grab that. So to remove this, basically all you do, like I said, push the lever up and pull up on the gas chamber, and that will come right off. Next, you want to, you don't have to do this, I always do it. I remove the cleaning rod. That's this right under the barrel. Basically all you do is you pull down slightly on the rod on the end and pull straight out like so. Next, you are going to remove your trigger assembly. And that's when you are going to need your punch or a screwdriver, and I will go over how you do that right now. So let's move this forward for you. So you have all the parts there. Alright. Okay, so there's your, let's spread this out. Right, so there's your gas chamber, cleaning rod. Next, you're going to take, like I said, your trigger assembly. So that is, you're able to do that by locating the little button on the end here, right behind your trigger guard towards the rear of the gun. There's a little indentation and a little button, it looks like. And your Phillips will fit perfectly in that little groove, and basically just apply enough pressure till the trigger assembly will pop out, and you'll hear definitely an auditory disengage of the latch in there. So you do it like so, and you'll see mine jump up, hopefully, like that, and your trigger assembly will just come out just like so. And once that's done, you will be able to take out your normally non-removable magazine, and that will allow you to remove the wooden part of the stock. And to do so, I just slightly tap up on here, and this will easily remove, just like so. Alright, so then you are left with the barrel and firing mechanism and bolt carrier. Yeah. Okay, next we are going to remove the scope and the scoping mount. So we're going to remove all that as one assembly, and then that will access the bolt carrier and the firing pin and firing spring and everything in there. And to do so, we'll turn this around, there is a little lever right here, and all you do is pull straight up, and once you do that, make sure the lever is vertical, straight up and down, because you are going to want to pull the pin out of away from the barrel itself. You won't be able to remove it completely. There is a little tab in there that keeps it from removing, but when you do so, you want to hold on to this, because the spring is going to want to push this really quickly out that way. First time I did it, my spring shot across the room. Don't want that. So I hold on to it like this, just put a finger in here, you just want to hold on, and I will pull this pin straight out towards the camera. And when I do that, you'll see that this is going to kick out this way. See, I'm holding it so it's not, I'm controlling it, but that spring just pushed it all the way out to there. Just imagine if you weren't holding on to that. This very expensive piece would just go flying across the room. Okay. So you've removed your scope and scope mount and everything, and that exposes your bolt carrier, firing pin, and your firing spring. And basically, to remove all this, I will, very straightforward, pull your spring out. That'll just come out like so. And your bolt will you should just be able to pull it out very straightforward. So your bolt and your firing mechanism, your firing pin. This is all very oily for me, because like I said, I oiled it up yesterday. That's why I have my rags. And then once you're done with that, you are left with an empty barrel, which we will clean in a minute. And that is the disassembly of my Russian SKS. Next, stay tuned for the cleaning. That will be the second part, and this will be a 3-part series. So stay tuned for the second part. It will be at the end of the video here. You'll be able to click on that and watch the next part. And okay, stay tuned.
Yeah.
And thanks, guys.
I said niggas pop shit all the time. Me, I don't trip cause they know I'm never lying. Looking between the lines, but like Ali in his prime. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum salam. Peace to my slimes, peace to my crips. Neighborhood police and they always on the shift. Protect my blood.